So, welcome. This is going to be a webinar on how to use AI like your internal comms sidekick, create, connect, communicate. And I just want to say this isn't another AI hype webinar. It is about real workflows internal communicators can do today. We'll look at how AI can make your comms strategy more human and not more robotic. And we'll also be doing some polls, so we want to hear from you. So, some housekeeping rules quickly. This will be recorded, so you'll all receive an email with the recording. So if there's anything you missed, you can run through it again. If you have any questions, please put them in the Q&A box. It is separate to the chat feature, and we'll answer you back in an email. And then for the guide, you'll receive a guide at the end of this on how to use AI, and it'll be in the follow-up email with the recording. So quickly about me, I am a product marketing manager here at Haiilo. I have heavy experience around communications, and I am a huge AI advocate. I truly think it's here to stay, and it is the future, and it is here to help if you know how to use it correctly. So jumping into the agenda, we're going to kick off with a quick poll. Then we're going to move into some current internal comms strategies and struggles. Then we're going to go to how to prove your AI ROI. This is huge. You do need to be able to prove that AI has an ROI, bit of a tongue twister. And then moving into becoming an AI internal comms pro, how to use AI effectively, and then into consolidating your AI, what an AI like complete internal comms platform looks like, and then future-proofing your AI use. So quickly into the poll. Are you currently using AI to write internal comms updates? I'll let you all vote. I'll give you another few seconds. Okay, perfect. So I can see that most of you are using AI. That is no surprise at all. I'm glad to hear it. There's a few no's, but mostly yeses. So this webinar will be perfect for both. I mean, if you're completely new to AI, we'll run through some workflows that will be very helpful. And if you've been using AI, this will kind of guide you how to use it better and more effectively. So internal comms is at kind of a breaking point right now. The way we work has changed radically. We're dealing with more tools, more updates, more channels, and more expectations than ever before. And with that, the way we communicate inside organizations simply hasn't kept up. Employees are drowning in noise. And meanwhile, internal comms, HR, and IT teams are stuck repeating themselves, reformatting content, or replying to the same question 5 different ways. It's definitely not a strategic way to go about internal comms, and it's also not a sustainable way. It's going to lead to high burnouts. So it's a pretty tough situation right now, and it is costing you time and trust. But there is definitely a way forward, and it starts with AI. So I know AI is just potentially the biggest buzzword right now. Every company offers it, and it's definitely easy to understand that, people are worried about these booms, busts, and bubbles, and I can't blame anyone for feeling skeptical. But the truth is, the cost of standing still and inertia is definitely far greater than the cost of leaning into it. Because the challenges facing internal comms teams today just aren't going away, they're growing. And we asked our customers kind of what the cost of doing nothing is to them. And there's 4 big points. There end up being a lot of time wasted on low value tasks. So spending hours drafting posts, hunting down links, or formatting content, only for the actual internal comms to be skimmed or ignored. You've got repetition and rework. You're constantly rewriting the same updates for different teams, tweaking tone or format, and fielding the same follow-up questions again and again. It's kind of endless. And then you've got information lost in the abyss, which is just docs living in silos, search not working properly, and employees kind of just giving up search, and then their productivity is suffering. And then you've got content fatigue. We all know the saying, when everything's important, nothing is. You're sending change updates, tool launches, policy shifts, stuff that people really need to know, but it's all starting to blur together, and eventually people just stop paying attention. So we all know this feeling, searching for information and not finding it eats up an absolutely huge amount of time. According to Gartner, it's 30% of the average work week, which I must say is no surprise to me. I know what a pain searching for something is and not finding it. It's a real effort. However, AI is not just a theory. Oh, it might be nice, it could work. It's definitely measurable, and it's an impact you should be taking to your CFOs or whoever is in charge of your budget. I know it can feel like a buzzword, but the numbers don't really lie. Here's what's actually happening when organizations use AI effectively. So they're getting 18% of time saved on routine activities, 50% faster information retrieval when using AI-powered search, and 20% boost in engagement when updates are personalized or summarized. And this is definitely where AI fits. I mean, all of these, especially when it comes to personalization and summarization, these aren't just small wins, they are the foundation for better informed, more engaged, and less frustrated teams. So we're going to move into where AI can actually help now. So in just a few short years, it's moved from a concept kind of sci-fi films to now an everyday companion. We use it for coding, writing, designing, summarizing, translating, even brainstorming. And tools like Claude, ChatGPT have democratized, sorry, bit of a tongue twister, access to powerful AI. So it's kind of like having a team of digital assistants in your pocket. Um, they're there to just help you with these small tasks, and they do create a nice workflow and easier kind of job for you. So with all these AI writing tools, designing, and you've even got AI tools detecting other AI tools, I should now tell you that I am an AI. Pretty convincing, right? No, I'm only joking. Here's some of our top tips on how to use and how not to use AI. So this is definitely not what not to do. So for example, you prompt an AI to say, write a blog post about internal comms. You'll end up getting a 500 word generic essay. It's going to have no relevance, no voice, and no value. It's just going to be useless, unengaging. So the truth is, AI is fantastic, but it can't read your mind. If you're going to feed it a vague input, you're definitely going to get a vague output. It's not going to help anyone write better, faster, or smarter. So this is definitely what not to do. Now, let's look at what you can actually do to create content better. It's effective prompting. So with this prompt, you write a blog post about engaging remote employees through internal comms. Keep the tone friendly but professional. Target internal comms leads in large organizations and make it around 600 words. So the difference here is absolutely everything. You're going to get useful structure, the right tone, and content your audience will actually care about and engage with. So AI is not here to replace your writing, it's here to amplify it, but only if you give it the right guidance. This is where it's key to have your own input. After it's done, like writing this, you want to check it through. You want to be sure it's hit the right tone, and it almost certainly has. It's going to speed up your writing, and you are going to need to edit it slightly, this adding a human tone, but it's still going to be faster than if you'd wrote it yourself from scratch. So when you have these kind of tools built into one platform, you can go from a blank page to a polished post without jumping tools, which is what we talked about earlier, kind of a consolidated approach. So this is again what not to do, finding answers instantly. In the early days of Google AI answers, they recommended to use non-toxic glue as part of a pizza recipe. So we all know AI can occasionally hallucinate, which means you need to check it. But I mean, traditional search is broken. When you think of what Google wants you to do, they want you to open numerous tabs and click on sponsored search results. That's where they make their money. That's a huge revenue source for them. So although they want you to find the right answer, maybe they want you to dig around a little bit. But this is what's changing. people aren't just Googling anymore, they're asking AI. So they want one question, one clear answer with links to the exact source. And that is the new standard. And that shift is creeping into how people expect to search at work too. No more endless digging. So now in Google, you ask a question and you get the exact answer. Applying that to internal comms teams and internal teams, you get immediate results for documents, policy, or any update you need. That's why AI-powered search is such a game changer for internal comms and knowledge sharing. I mean, we saw the Gartner report earlier, 30% of the work week is wasted searching. That's no more. That's a huge amount of time back. AI understands intent, not just keywords. So you can ask it a full question. For example, if it's an internal database, you can say, what's our parental leave policy in the UK? You're going to get a clear answer with sourced links, not just a PDF buried in a folder or buried somewhere that you can't really find, takes ages to find. It's going to dig up the answer immediately. And for busy teams, this means less time searching, more time actually doing what you want to. It's about finding what actually matters. So let's see if this plays. So this was early AI voice. It became a bit of a punchline because it didn't feel human. But if we fast forward today, things have changed dramatically. AI generated voice isn't just understandable, it's relatable. It has a natural tone, right pacing, and even emotional cues, opening a whole new door for internal comms. So picture this. It's 7:45, you're grabbing a coffee, heading out for work, and you remember there was an important company update yesterday. But you haven't got time to read it, you just need to hear it quickly while you're on your commute. Um, Imagine a 3-minute audio brief of what you've missed, almost like a podcast. So you can just listen to it on the go. And when you actually have this content available to you anywhere, you can engage and listen to it, and it'll save you a ton of time. Um, it's just a huge win for internal teams and staying up to date on everything. This is definitely my favorite AI flop. So early AI visuals had a load of ambition, but definitely limited results. This is early in terms of AI, and it's come such a long way. I'm talking 2023, 2 years ago. This is what it was making, and now it's just completely different. So that's just how fast AI can move, and you do need to keep up to date with it. You might think, oh, it couldn't do that a few weeks ago. It's all changed. They could probably do it now. So when you do get a bad image, your message as an internal comms pro can be off. You want to blend the two seamlessly. They need to complement each other, and they need to make it a clear message. Um, Thankfully, though, these days are far behind us. Let's see what's possible now. So sometimes you want an image quick. It doesn't have to win any design awards. It just needs to fit the tone of your message. You don't always have the luxury of having a design team ready to create an image for you. I know this is the case for me. We have a design team, but they're part of bigger projects. These small projects, they don't really have time for. This is where simple AI-powered images can help. For example, Canva recently announced it's now part of an app inside ChatGPT. So you can generate, preview, and edit visuals right from the chat flow. Or you can just use ChatGPT's image generation. It's got specific prompts in there you can add, and you can send your message as a reference, and it's going to create a perfect image for your message if you just need to get something out quickly. So when all these tools are plugged into a broader platform, that's where your content, visual, messages all align. That's where internal comms can really shine, when you have all of these together. So let's summarize without losing clarity. It's a huge part of AI. But the problem is human conversation is full of nuances. The way we talk is just very personal. Even messages between friends and chatting between friends is full of in-jokes, irony, and just like hidden messages that even other people wouldn't get. So it's hard to kind of think that AI would understand this immediately as well, or a computer. These are very human things, and it's taken millions of years of evolution to get there. So AI at the moment just isn't capable of this, as we can see from this Apple intelligence summarizer. Not a message you'd really want to receive from AI or from anything, to be honest. But AI summaries can definitely help, and this is where. So imagine you come back from a 2 week vacation, you come back to work, you've got that dreaded feeling of the huge work catch up, and then you try ask someone, a co-worker, anything you've missed to try and get it summarized. They're going to hit you with 1 or 2 points potentially, and that's normal. I mean, you can't expect someone to remember everything for you, but this is the chance for AI to jump in and provide a clear list of missed updates and 1 sentence summaries for each news article. So you're going to get caught up fast. You're not going to have that horrible holiday dread of coming back to an enormous inbox. It's going to be easy to digest, and you're going to be ready for actually getting back into work, not just catching up on everything. So let's sum everything up here, where AI can actually help you and where you should be using AI for internal comms teams. So you have the ability to create content faster. You'll be able to find answers instantly. No more endless search in the web or down rabbit holes to come up with nothing. You're going to make content accessible via audio so it can be digested on the go. You're going to create visuals without getting designers involved, saving time and creating more engaging content. And then finally, you're going to be able to summarize all your points without losing clarity and make it digestible for everyone, even if you're on the go. So this is how you can use all these AI tools separately, which is great, and you should be using these at the moment. But this is where it gets exciting. Everything we just walked through is available in one platform. So in Haiilo, we're an internal employee engagement platform, and we have AI, and it's called Ava. It's our assistant, and it helps you keep up to date on everything, write faster, engage better, and it's the perfect sidekick for internal comms teams. So currently, Hailo's AI assistant is built into the Haiilo platform, and it helps you create content faster with an AI writing assistant. This is great for internal comms teams when communicating, but not only that, it helps all your employees engage better. They'll feel confident posting, especially if the language isn't their native language. Being able to have an AI to refine everything for them and make their thoughts clear is absolutely ideal. We've also got the ability to find the information you instantly want with an AI-powered search. We can summarize updates to reduce overload. We've got AI summaries to keep you up to date regardless of if you've been away or you're just in a rush that day. You can read content aloud on mobile, so you can listen to it on the go and stay up to date. And you can generate images for internal posts and events. So you've got an immediate image when you need something just quickly to deliver your message perfectly and clearer. So Ava does all this heavy lifting for you so you can focus on the work that really matters. Haiilo keeps employees informed, aligned, and engaged, and Ava helps you get there faster. So AI is your shortcut to clarity, connection, and consistency. It helps you say more with less effort, and it supports teams, especially hybrid teams, doing big things with limited time. This isn't about chasing trends, it's about making communication work again. And as Sundar Pichai puts it, the CEO of Google, the future of AI is not about replacing humans, it's about augmenting human capabilities, which I think perfectly sums up how we see AI use here at Haiilo. So that's not all that we have to offer here at Haiilo when it comes to AI. We have a roadmap, and we don't build AI for the sake of it. We focus on what truly helps people get into the flow. So Haiilo reduces everyday friction, connecting people, tools, and information all in one place. And Ava takes that further to make the whole experience even simpler, faster, and more personal. It's the AI layer that meets employees wherever they are to deliver the right information in the right moment without breaking the flow. So we definitely picture AI as not adding more, It's helping you use what you have more efficiently. So this is our current AI. It was launched this year and we're updating it fast. It's great, but it has limited customization. So that's why we've built a completely customizable version. It's built directly into the timeline, so everyone can create and share content without leaving their workflow. You can turn communication into a seamless part of daily collaboration. I mean, as you can see here, we have all these abilities to customize your post, make it truly you, and fit what you want to say perfectly. We have AI search and it works great, but it is just a starting point of what we do. We're going to build a true AI sidekick here to help you tick off small tasks fast and leave you time to focus on what really matters. We also have Ava summaries, which currently help you save time, but we've worked on making them even easier to digest. So you can see here, if you're coming back, you've got all these updates to see. Ava will summarize it quickly for you. However, we see it now as keeping employees effortlessly up to date. We've got smarter timeline summaries that will highlight what people have missed, surface key updates, and allow natural follow-up questions to deepen understanding and connection. Also featuring a voice update if you are pressed for time, which is perfect. So on the go, you can just listen to these updates, especially from the mobile app, very easy, and you can get short updates that get to the main details of what you've missed. So we also have the ability to choose your provider, whether that be Gemini, OpenAI, or Claude. It's easy to sync, and then you can set the tone with clear instructions. Here you can really customize it, which is what we truly believe AI should be. It should be very customizable. We'll also have the ability to add images, so the AI will reference those images that you've uploaded, and it will know kind of the style you want, and it will fit the tone of your messaging perfectly. And then finally, we know personalization is key. So Ava's white label flexibility will allow every organization to create an assistant that reflects its identity with custom names, visual theme, and a tone of voice that fits your culture. It's there to blend into your intranet, and it is there so you don't even realize it's an AI. It's just a part of your workflow. It's going to offer hints and surface posts that matter, and even assist with simple actions such as requesting time off. Now, I want to leave you with a few bonus tips. I would say you need to give AI a role. So when it comes to using AI separate to Haiilo, or even if you want to use it in Haiilo, you need to tell it what expert it is. For example, is it a senior copywriter, a SaaS marketing strategist, a data scientist? This will all improve the relevance of what you get back from AI. And then you want to outline before generating. So have AI create an outline first, then refine it before it writes it. This is really critical, and it will really get you to where you want AI to write perfectly. And then now, this is my hands down most important tip. Now's the time to explore. Experiment with as much of AI as possible and make it a superpowered skill that you and your organization can use. And for future, when you move organizations, it's really something that's going to stay around. AI is not just here for a short period, it's here long term. It's as big, I would argue, bigger than the advent of the internet. So the more you know about it, the more you use it, the better off you'll be. And then finally, the human touch is still critical. Just because AI can produce content, it doesn't mean it's always completely correct. You should be checking it. You can even be learning from it and changing it and refining your AI. And I think this is really important. People also engage better with what you write if you have the human touch in there. So some closing thoughts from my side. AI is going to change how you work, not who you are. The future of internal comms belongs to those who can combine smart tech with genuine humanity. So the better you are at blending the two, the better your work is going to come across and your engagement will be. If you say, well, AI can't do this, when was the last time you tried it? If it's more than a week ago, you could potentially already be out of date, and AI is moving so fast. The investment's huge, changes are happening all the time. Just keep up to date on it. And then AI won't take your job, but someone who uses it better than you is almost certainly going to take your job. If you're not using it, stay up to date. And then when AI lives within the tools people already use, like Haiilo, there's no extra logins, no copy pasting, just seamless content creation in your workflow. And I think this is a huge part of the internet in general and working at companies. I'm sure we're all aware of tool switching, how much time it takes, how much effort it is. If the AI is already there in your workflow, it's not getting in the way, and you and your employees will be able to easily find your flow and focus on what truly matters. So here's some stats about Haiilo. You can check them out here and in the recording. You can pause it and look at how we work and the benefits of Haiilo. And then finally, thank you all for attending. I do really hope you've taken something valuable away. I think there's a lot to digest there, so have a look through the recording. And then if you want to reach out to me on LinkedIn, you want to chat about anything, AI, internal comms, anything at all, scan that, message me. I'll always reply. And I'm happy to have a chat about what you think about AI. If you have any kind of nervous thoughts about it, I'm here to listen and tell you that it is fine. You're not going to lose your job to AI. It's going to augment your job and make you better at it. And also for your next solo coffee break, I recommend this AI guide, which I'll send out in the email. It's kind of what we've gone through, but written down, which I do think is nice to reference sometimes as a PDF as opposed to scrolling through a video. So I'd like to say thanks again, everyone, for attending, and I hope you had a great time and you really took something away from this.